Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory. In our last episode, we started running all of the 5 products from the oil refinery up to the main bus area here, or to be connected to the main bus area here, including connecting up the coal, no, the coke, up to go to making the aluminum. We do have these other few items here to connect up, and they're going to go on to the 3rd and 4th bus lines of the main bus. I kind of decided that I would go ahead and do that the way that I had planned. But before we do that, I want to come back over here and start working on finding the spot where the concrete and what all is it here? It's the concrete, the 2 quartz-based items, was that Quartz Crystals and the Silica, as well as the black powder, are going to come into the bus, and that's going to be right here where we had planned. So I do want to rip some of this stuff out. What are these guys making? Nothing, because I don't have any rods. So we can go and rip these guys out. I have a ton of junk still in my inventory from the last time. Rip some of this junk out of here. This is going to be some interesting here. Because a lot of stuff's going to get destroyed. I probably should set up a couple of shredders around, just so that I can easily dump stuff into them. Oh, that's the pipes coming in for the for stators, and they were also, I think, going over here to the nobelisks. No, here they are going to the nobelisks. Okay, so we're gonna bring all these things down here, and they're gonna come down wherever they come down. They're gonna come down on this line here. So we actually probably need to rip out the nobelisks, and we can take this out as well. Actually, I'll just take this one out also, and all of this. And they're going to kind of form a little bit of a mini bus here in this area, or along this line. And I think, or does it? Actually, it doesn't correspond exactly with... Oh, you know what? They're going to come down... I can actually make them in line with this bus. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Bring them down, bring them over and in line here. And then that would allow me to keep them in line with this bus, and that everything would be built this way. The only potential problem with that is, depending on some of the items that I put on the bus, would they fit? And if I look here, well, I guess I could always double things up, but if I look at my spreadsheet calculator and I look at just what's made in a manufacturer, since those are the biggest things, looks like we need 3 machines for making the silicone high-speed connectors. My sort of plan is to put those on the 2nd bus, so ideally they would be on this side. Ooh, look at that random belt floating in the middle of the air there. So in that case, they would go something like... I guess I could use my toolbar that I have them all on. They would go something like this. I mean, not physically here, but in line like this, that is. 2. Thank you. Autosave. I don't have enough stuff. I don't have enough plastic, of all things. But they're only going to go this far. So, in fact, they'll fit with this bus running down here. Running in these things to connect up. The only other thing that's a possibility is how many assemblers would I have at most? 9. No, that's fused quick wire. That's fine. The next biggest number is 4. And that's in case industrial pipe. So I could easily fit 4 assemblers where I could fit 3 manufacturers, I'm sure. And I don't think there's a large number of constructors at all. Steel pipe was 13, and then the rest of them are like 1. There's 3 making silica, but those are upstairs. So the rest of them are like 1. Alright, so that I think will work. So when you go upstairs and hook those things up to bring them down, This can go out as well. And so I'm just going to bring them all back to kind of a central point here somewhere. And then ship them across into the bus. Over to the main bus. They're just going to kind of come together and then go in. And it might actually be smart to not put them in yet until I actually need one of them. Because I could choose from one of a multitude of different spaces here, depending on how the other assemblies lay out. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let me put down then over here somewhere a shredder, a sink. Maybe I'll put it crouching, huh? Oh, it can't be built under this awning. Okay, well, it's going to go on the other side of the bus then. Awesome sink. A, B, C, D. I'll just put it all the way over here. Like that. And then a storage container I have in here somewhere. There it is. I will just make it be as relatively short as possible. Am I still... Yeah, this is D here, so we're good. And then the fastest belt possible, which is all clad. Okay, so let's see. Let's trash... I'll trash all the black powder. I don't really... It's going to be fine. All the coal, all the sulfur. What else can I trash reasonably? There's some limestone and some coke. That's fine to trash as well. I need power, of course. I'm just going to trash this stuff as well. Oh, no, not that. That looks good. Okay, so we need some power here. I'm sure that I'm going to have to replace this power line a couple of times as I do the rebuild, but it'll be okay. And that's fine to be clipping because this isn't a permanent build anyway. Okay, shred away, Mr. Shredder. We have 12 coupons from the other one. Okay, so let's start ripping out some more of the bus. Actually, it's only 2 more things. Well, 1 more thing, really. This is all just the rotors. Oh yeah, we already ripped out the reinforced iron plates. So it's really just the rotor setup here. We get up on here. We'll take this, that, all of these. Although I should also probably rip the bus out as well. That's all the rotors screws. Oopsie. Oh well. I'll fix that. Foundation. Easy to fix. And all these screws are just going to get shredded. Except for like 1 stack. This is kind of finally, to me, getting to the fun part of this rebuild. Because, you know, we've been doing all the planning and all of the kind of setup. I mean, rebuilding the refinery was fun. Oh, I took out 2 of them. Oopsie. Okay. That one comes out. Oopsie. I almost took it right back out again. That goes. This goes. These all can go because that power line is connecting the stuff that way still. It'll get redone at some point anyway, but for now. Auto-saving. Thank you. And these can go. And we have a box full of these, so I'm just going to shred them as well. All the screws minus 1 stack. I'll keep some of those rods. Yeah, maybe I'll just trash 1 stack. Or that partial stack, I should say. Trash that too. Keep all that. Let's just keep 1 stack of rotors since we have a whole box of them. I'll keep the cable because I'm going to be building power lines and needing it, and splitters, mergers. So we'll keep that. Oh, I can... I won't shred the carapaces. Yes, I will, because I have a million of them. We're never going to use them anyway. Okay. So this is where I can start kind of designing what's going to be first on the bus. And that first thing, I think, is going to be what it kind of always is, or what it is in the beginning of the game, and that is the reinforced iron plates. But in this case, it's stitched iron plates. So for stitched iron plates, we're going to need... And of course, I'm not connecting to the bus yet. But we're going to need... Where are they at? 3 assemblers. And those 3 assemblers are going to bring in the iron plates and the wire. Okay. My plan is to have iron plates and wire both on bus C. So we'll need to connect that up well. So, I want to try and follow still my outputs go only from the center. So let's look at what the assembler looks like. Not that we don't know what an assembler looks like, but we need to go further, I think, then. Because it's going to have to go like... Okay, what are you snapping to? Why? You're snapping to this stuff. I don't want you to snap the stuff. Assembler. Still snapping. Well, it can't go here anyway because that's too close for the inputs. So it's going to have to come over here someplace, and it's still snapping. Stop snapping. Right there. Let me come back here. Please stop. Okay, good. And then that should allow me to put in a splitter, or merger rather, right in here someplace. Whether it's aligned correctly or not. Nope, I'm off by 1. It does have to be back by 1. I did know that. I don't know why I forgot. So let's see. You go, nope, this way. It's got to be here. 1 meter back from the edge. Right there. And that should be correct. Base-wise. Yes, that is correct. Okay. And so, this needs to be, then, splitters go right in this line, I think. I think that's correct. One way to find out. Listen for the noise. Okay, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take these out. What did I just dismantle? Foundation. So it was 3 of these. So my plan is to do a little bit of an assembly here like this, and do a little bit of bus rebuild, because we're obviously going to need to rebuild the bus to be able to get the items we need down here. But I don't want to spend one episode doing only one thing. Like, I want to kind of do a little bit of each, a little bit at a time. Okay, so that's reinforced iron plates planning. Well, stitched iron plates planning. And those take... stitched iron plates, they're there. Those are going to take in almost a full belt of iron plate for all three combined, and almost a full Mark II belt of wire for all 3 combined. So that'll be good. It's not too excessive on the materials, and it works out well. I think, let me see, I think I want to maybe put the rotors, and this is going to output, by the way, onto bus A. I think I want to start grouping things together, though, by kind of how they're used. So the next thing that's used is... the next thing that uses reinforced iron plates, rather, are the frames. And I want to see if there's anything else that uses the reinforced iron plates. Nope. The other 10, so that's going to produce about almost 17 out of those 3 assemblers per minute. 6 of them are going to go to the frames, which are the steeled frames, and the rest of them are going to go to the mall for me to use to make belts. So if we go by that, then we have next then is frames. So let me look at frames here. Frames, steeled, no, it was steeled frames, right? Yeah, steel frames. We need 3 assemblers for those as well. And those are going to need just that 6 iron, reinforced iron plates, as well as I think it's pipes. Yeah, steel pipes. And there's only 2 items because it's an assembler. I don't have to look for any more. Okay, so let's figure out where this one needs to go. I'm going to say it's going to have to go right here. Yeah, because the input's going to have to be one behind the center. Which means it's right here. And the output is dead center. Means it goes right there. Why does that look like it's closer? Is that not right? Oh, I know it looks like it's closer because the lip here is, yeah. At least I think these are right. Yeah, that's right. And we tested this one. And that's right. It just looks closer for some reason than this. But I think it's just because this is out kind of to the lip, and this one isn't. No, that's too close. I am too close. Oh wait, nope. Don't need chainsaw. Did I put this too far back? Yes, I did. That's what the problem is. I knew there was a problem somewhere. I could feel it. I could see it actually. Let's do it this way. Okay, that is correct. And that is correct. Excellent. And then there's 3 of those. Those are making the steeled frames, which are the alternate recipe for the regular frames. Let's see, steeled frame. Since they produce 3 per minute, we're going to use 3 whole assemblers. That means that 5.3 are going to go to the heavy frames, and the rest are going to 3.6, 3.7 are going to go to the mall for me to use for building something. Something takes them. And look at, yeah. So these I am going to put. So also speaking of buses. These are going to go on to bus A, I think. Reinforced bus A. These are going to go on to bus B, which are just the frames. And the heavy frames also are going to bus B. So now I've run into stuff that I need to tear down, and maybe I will do the tearing down of things off. But actually, what might be good here is I see where I am. And this spot that I designated as to where the sulfur, or not sulfur, the concrete and the quartz and the silica and the black powder are going to enter onto the main bus is right here. Almost like it was meant to be. So that's what I'm going to do for this, for here, is put those in. Let me just take these out here because I need to clear this square, or this line. Just take all these out because and it doesn't matter. Everything is disconnected. Alright, so then we're going to have a little bit of a bus going that way and a little bit of a bus going this way with 4 things on it, and then they will turn and go that way. And I think that's going to work out great. So I think maybe we go upstairs and start lowering those things down, but I guess we should think about which one goes where, if it matters. I don't think it matters fully. But I guess I need to see what's where. So this is lined up exactly with the sulfur. The reason I need to see what's where is I want to bring them down to a line. So here's this sulfur coming up. So the silica, which is here, is going to come out way over here because these machines are so small, and I needed to put this close to that one. And they're going to all drop down. So here. There. And then I already marked off the concrete. And also then here. And I'll build fences around those holes because otherwise I will fall through them. And I also need to take this thing out because it's going to be in the way in a moment. So I've had another conversation in the comments about this splitter, or this priority splitter. And I think I want to declare this, or the way that I'm using it, as a merger, as an experiment. I honestly don't know how it's going to work as this, but I want to just kind of make sure you guys know that I'm experimenting when I'm saying that this can also be used as a priority merger. In the way that I'm using it as such. Did I just delete something? I did. Doggone it. I just deleted this assembler. Means that I need to put this back in here correctly this time. Which is not going to be very easy. Because I also don't know exactly what distance to put it at. I think that distance is too far. Yes, it's one too far. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is put this down right next to it. Back by 1 meter. And then replace this one. Snapping. This was the compacted coal. And there's power someplace. Oh, here it is. Oh, that one. And then we need a lift here. We needed, yeah, hardly any. And I need to check the recipe too, because I think I was clocking this maybe to like 0.45. Make sure that's right. Yep, that's right. I think it was 0.45. Sorry about that. Nothing like a distraction. Yep, 0.45. And then this is producing like none. Yeah. It's not even 25. It's going to be the 11.25. That goes back into there. And then I got a bunch of compacted coal to deal with in my inventory now. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so back to what we were working on. So there are 2 coming from each direction. Sulfur here, yes. 2 coming from this way. 2 coming from this way. I want them to be on belt levels 4, 5, 6, and 7 underneath. So I can just bring... Maybe I'll bring like one side down on 4 and 6 and one side down on 5 and 7. It doesn't horribly matter, but I think that that'll work. So let's go back down now. I guess I'll fall through a hole. Take a little bit of damage maybe. Oh, okay, good. So this goes off by 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only potential issue is number 7. Oh, I got plenty of room. Never mind. Oh, because I started using the 2 meter height instead of the 4 meter height. Well, actually, that one would be... That one would be the lower one anyway. That one would be on 5. Because it's coming down first. And then we have another one here. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so that'll be the silica. And this one was the fun one that was super, super close, but it's going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go here. Wait a minute, I'm in the wrong spot, aren't I? Yes, doggone it. I should be doing these like this. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these should be brought down this way. And then 2, 3, 4. So it actually doesn't matter. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take this out. It actually doesn't matter which one I bring down when, because 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the because they're gonna be coming over here into this other bus anyway. Alright, redo. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep this one at 7. Sorry. It's a lot to keep moving here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now I've got it. And I need to go back up and start hooking up outputs for those 4. Start down here, I guess. So we need to go up at least to this 3rd height. I didn't even check if that was in line. It is. Good. And 1, 3. Actually, it needs to go up 1 more because of the power line. Easy enough to fix. So, okay. Then we can take these 3 out. 3 out, and those 3 out. These are outputting 15 per minute. That's a total of 45. Was there a down clock for the black powder? Black powder. Nope. 45 comes out of here. And 30 goes into cartridges and 15 goes into nobelisks. Okay. So we need just a bunch of Mark 1 lifts. Told you I'd fall down those holes. Luckily, it's only a 20-meter drop. Okay, and then I need to put this one back, actually, because I need to put down a lift. Nope, a stack first. Off by 2. 3. And then we take the thing out and we put the lift in, and the lift goes down the center then. And it clinks onto that one perfectly. Okay, then we can take these guys out now. Cross that one across, and then we have that to pick up downstairs. Should I do railings first? I suppose I should. Which tab are my railings on? There they are. Number 6. There. There. Can't see. Or sorry, fencing, not railings. Okay, that should take care of fine black powder. I'm going to go ahead and plug this hole before I fall down it again. These ones I can do on the 3rd height. I think that's in the right spot. Appears to be. Because the power is behind them. So these are going to be a little bit different because of the extra space here. Silica, I want to check and make sure that I don't need to downclock. I do. We need 3.12. Did I already downclock these guys? I did. Look at that. Okay, so let's look at the lifts here. These guys are outputting just under 30. We'll call it 30 for math purposes. And I'm just going to put it like the lift like this, I think, and then just connect the belt across. I think that looks fine. See? There. 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 Take out. 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 And of course it's getting dark again. So 30. 60. 90. And then it'll be a 120 lift. Let's do first this one here. 2. Take that out. Mark 2 lift. Push down to there. Take these guys out. Mark 2 belt goes into there. And that should handle that silica. The only thing that I didn't do here that I completely forgot about is the silica that we have coming from the aluminum. That needs to come this way. And that needs to get merged in. And this is the other place that I wanted to put the priority merger at. Then maybe the priority merger experiment at. Then maybe this one goes actually this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. How many it was? 1, 2. I can't even tell. I think there's one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I miscount when I put it up the first time? I thought this was only 5. Now I gotta jump down again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 7. Okay. So maybe this one goes this way. And we bring the other... Yeah, I think we bring the other one down here. Somehow, some other way. Even... even beside it, maybe? Not sure. I should probably figure this out here. Let's see. So that's going to come along this bus line here. And then I need to bring it down. Oh, maybe I bring it down the outside. That might work. Kind of the way we did the coal. Bring it down on the outside. And then bring it over. And then I can build the splitter thing here. So the... Let me think of how this is going to work now. Of course, assuming it works the way that I think it does. So the splitter takes in the priority input, which would be the stuff coming from aluminum. And then this fills in the rest and goes into the merger. So I should just bring this down all the way to here. Yeah, I should just bring that down all the way to there and connect it in. And then we'll just go, this should give me enough space here for a small curve and some sort of an input on a lift maybe coming down. I think so. Let's see here. That needs to be there. Oopsie. So then this can go... Can that be closer? What is... No, I think that's where it has to be. Which is fine. I don't think it can be there and make the turn. Okay. So this will be a lift coming across, coming down into here from the aluminum manufacturing way over on the other end. And then the silica from up there will come into here. And then we just do the same thing we did for the containers, the empty containers. And go there. Although, wait a minute. Did we go even closer? I think we did. And I think we want to. There. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can go there. Okay. And then what is this going to need to be? Silica is going to need to be 100 and... No, it's going to be more than 117. 117 plus 80, basically 200. That's a Mark III belt. I should put the belts in first. So the idea for this one specifically, of course, this experiment, is that I want to make sure that the silica coming from the aluminum gets used first, and then so that would go into here so that it gets pulled in, and then only when there's room on this belt, in theory, does this get used, which is going to be most of the time because we actually do need all of it we're producing. But if something gets backed up, I want it to pull, and it slows down or whatever, I want it to pull from what's being made at the aluminum first. And then we'll do a Mark III lift. And a Mark III lift. And then if it's still a problem, then I can do the splitter off of the... or the belt off of the splitter here, going into a shredder. But ideally, it would all go into there. So then we need to bring this up here. I think it should be there. Let's see. Yep. Or this is where the bus is. And then this goes here. Maybe I just do something that one's on 5, so I need to go all the way up to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this can go... Actually can go like this. Yeah. We build these then. I should have left the ones there that I had there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this goes here. And of course it's not lined up right. Or something. It is lined up right though. It's weird that it doesn't always click in properly. Okay, and then that'll just join into the bus. Like that, kind of. Alright, so I'll leave this alone, and I will go back up here and hook that belt back up, which means that I need to take out this piece here. Put this back in. And then this goes out first. And this comes down here. I hope I lined it up right. I did. Look at that. Right there. And then a Mark II belt. Cross, well, let's take these out first, just in case. I don't want it to click to that, even though it should click and still be the same. Goes in there. And then a Mark II belt goes into there. And so I need to bring the silica down from the other end, but I think I can bring that down this far off camera, and then you guys can join me again for the next episode where we hook it into that merger and get everything, finish getting all 4 of these connected and toward the bus. And I did not connect these up either. And then we can keep working on rebuilding everything. So, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.